So, little piece finally came in. See if I can one hand this. I don't know how people do this so comfortably. But yeah, so these are the hood struts for the Mustang. Box within a box. So here we are. Again, you really got to give people more credit when they do these one-hand box openings and all of that, especially if they, not using their dominant hand. But yeah, this is what we got. So feels pretty sturdy. That piece, this piece, which I believe this goes maybe on the bottom. I don't know, I had to look back at it. But got two struts. Seem to be strong enough. So got your two struts, got these. This just snaps in, the little ball or whatever snaps into the ball on this and the ball on this. The two holes, you actually use the factory bolts. So no bolts included. Everything is just factory bolts from factory spots. So no drilling or none of that. So yeah, this should be dope. So we back. This is what you got. You got all your pieces. This is labeled PL, so that's passenger side lower. This long one, PU, so it's passenger side upper. Everything is labeled, so DU, driver upper, DL, driver lower. So 10mm bolts. All of these down here on mine are pretty loose because I don't have fenders on here right now. So you get the bolt farthest to the back. If your fender's on here, you got to undo this bolt. Your fender will be right there. So when I put this back together, I have to take that loose later when I get fenders to put them back on. But whatever, same process. So the smaller piece right here, this will sit back there like so. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt this, put this back on, and turn y'all back on when I'm ready to do the top. All right, so simple enough. Passenger side is done. Driver side is done. Next up is the two bolts for the top piece. So this is gonna go over here. So you have to undo this top one all the way and then loosen this bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. All right, so once you got the top bolt all the way out, you loosen up this bottom one just enough to where you can slide this in. Once you got that slid in, then you'll slide this over like so, and you have to adjust some so you can actually see the bolt hole. But so I had to pull this back a little bit, but yeah, definitely you want to do it with two hands. But once you get that lined up, which is hard to see, but there we go. So get that lined up, you get your other bolt back in, and then same with the other side. All right, so I got this strut in, a little trickier than I was expecting. So I feel like you should be able to just snap this on, but it was pretty tight, couldn't get it to snap. So what I ended up doing, if you run across this and you can't get the snap on, and maybe I just wasn't pressing it hard enough, but you see this little line in there, that's what's stopping it from sliding on. It's also what stops it from sliding off. So the clip actually wraps around. So what I ended up doing was just use your hands. You can pry this clip loose like so. Once you pry it loose, it pulls down, two holes. So see the hole up top, this is where it comes out, it goes in this little hole at the bottom. So you pull that out. It's easy to just, I'm just gonna set this clip right here because I haven't done this side, but focus. So yeah, once you got that out, you got a wide open circle, so it's easy to just snap this right in like so, and you got a piece that's fitting. And then once you put the clip on, so you find your 2 holes, which are right there. Again, this is just if you're doing it and then you can't get it to press on. So you just slide this straight in, it'll come out the top, and then you just press this clamp down. It's clamped on, you're locked in place. Same with the bottom end, it's the exact same clamp. What I did have to do was take this hood prop off and hold the hood higher up so this can actually be long enough to reach. It's shortened right now because of where the hood is, but the actual struts are actually longer than the normal length. So like this is fully extended, and you can see how much longer it is compared to where the hood sits right now with the hood prop. So did have to lift the hood up while I was doing that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this side and then we will be done. And like I said, I'll have to undo this part again once I get my new fenders put in, because this goes on top of the fender the same way this goes above the actual hood bracket. So this goes on top of whatever factory brackets and stuff you already have, so you don't put it under anything else. It only goes under the actual bolt, but that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side and I'll be right back. So if you got fenders, this is the time for you to double check, make sure all this stuff line up right. But I believe I got it all together. But let's open this hood and we see what we got. And just like that, we got us a hood that's staying up. No hood prop needed, and it actually goes a little higher than what the hood prop would normally have your hood sitting at. So yeah, you actually get another like 4 or 5 inches or so. So pretty dope. Not that complicated of an install and functional. So that's a plus. That's it for all of this. Finally got that out the way. I think this was like $80, $90, something like that. So, you know, not necessarily expensive, not the cheapest, but you know, not the most expensive thing you can do to make this Mustang life a little bit more comfortable. But that's it for this, and I will check y'all in the next one, and hopefully I will have the Corvette back because it's looking kind of empty over there. So hopefully the vet will be back by the time we have another video. But yeah, I'll catch y'all then.